Hello everyone and welcome to the Leon Tech 3-month skills training. I am Alfred Mbayo. I am here to take you through the Autodesk Revit Architecture 2020 step by step. This is the 5th tutorial. Today we are starting off with drawing a new plan, a floor plan. So we are importing an image, a floor plan image that I downloaded. We are importing it in the Revit Architecture work environment. And then we are scaling it to fit the workspace, and then we are tracing the footprint on that image with words. So let us jump into the Revit Architecture work environment. So here we are. Now let us go to the architectural tab. Now to start off, we have to first specify our datum, that is our elevation point. So since we are on the floor plan, we go to the elevation point. So we go to this south elevation. We may either double click on this hotspot to go into that elevation, or we may even double click from the name here. So we have two levels, level 0 and level 1. So my ceiling height I am specifying by these levels. So for level 1 here, let me call level 0 here the ground floor. It's the ground floor. And then let me call this, yes, okay, let me call this level 1 first floor. Now the elevation of this first floor from level 0, let it be 3 meter, 3000 millimeter. Okay, so once we are done setting the levels, we come back to our ground floor, which happens to be the first level, and it is on this level that we are coming to draw our very first floor plan. We go to the insert tab, and then we are bringing in an image. So you see the various file formats you can import or you can link to your model. So we are importing, and the file format we are importing is an image file format. So we click on this image. So it takes me to my hard drive. So I click on desktop. I am looking for exercise 5. So I click on this exercise 5 and click open. So you see the image is attached to my cursor. I merely have to click, and then I have the image positioned in my workspace. So as you see, this is a 1, 2, 3 bedroom flat here, and you see the footprint of the structure. You see the walls. So basically, there are no dimensions on this particular model. So we are coming to establish our own dimensions, and we are scaling the entire image to fit the workspace. So to start off, we first of all have to understand the size of the image relative to our workspace. So we are going back to the architectural tab. Now, let's say, for instance, this entry porch here. Let's say we really want to have a model wherein the entry porch, the width of it here, or the longness of it here from this point to this point, let's say we want to have that to be something like 10 feet, or let's say 3 meters, 3 meters from this point to this point. Let's say 3 meters from this point to this point. So if that is the case, let us measure this distance from the image from here to here. So under this modification, we have some measuring tools. So we click on this. Of course, we want to measure between 2 points. So we just zoom in and ensure we are somehow precise to this point. You click here, and you drag all the way here. So you see that this measurement presently is 8784.4 millimeter. So this is about almost 9 meter, which of course we are targeting 3 meter. So that means the size of our image is much bigger relative to the workspace. So Now we have to scale the image so that it fits exactly the scaling of our workspace. So since we've got this distance here to be, say, let's take this 8818.8 millimeter to be the figure. So we are doing some basic calculation. So let's go to Excel. Now in here we have the image size, and then we have our model size. Model size. Now the size on our image, we said is, we've measured it to be 8 is it 668.8. Now we are targeting this distance to be 3 meters, so that is 3 meters. So this means our image, the image is much bigger than the workspace. So what will be the scale factor? Now the scale factor is actually going to be this model size divided by the image size to give us the scale factor. So here, strike enter, then I say this guy divided by this guy and strike enter. So we see that this becomes the scale factor 0.338. Yeah, let's round it to some 4 decimal places. So let's say 0.3383. 0.3383 is our scale factor. So we are coming back here to our, I select the image, click on scale, and then I enter a numerical value for the scale factor here. So here I'm typing 0.33, or let me check back the figure there, 0.3383, okay, 0.338, sorry, 0.3383 to be the scale factor, and I strike enter. The size of the image has reduced, so I can zoom in now, and then we check my dimension again. So I go in there, take the measuring tool, then I click from here and all the way here. So you see it is 299. So that means if I click appropriately here, I may get this the exact 3 meter. So I take my measuring tape again, say I click from here and then to this point. So you see it is exactly the 3 meter we are looking for. Okay, so now that we have scaled the image appropriately, let us go into kind of drawing the wall. We've set the levels, we've set the image appropriately. So we go to the architectural tab, click on wall. We already know how to set walls, so I'm not going into that. I'm assuming this wall here is okay with us. So we select this wall, and if you missed out on how to edit wall parameters, then you have to check my previous videos on the same channel. So we come here in drawing walls in Revit Architecture. For instance, since we are using already a design plan from this image, you do not need to leave openings. Draw walls across all openings, and then the building element, the doors and the windows have a way they can create their own openings in the walls no sooner you place them. So that means I have to really draw. Now my justification here, let's say, is on the center line. Okay, no problem, the center. Or maybe I say face exterior and see the difference. So I can click from these corners here. So you see the difference. Click from these corners. I come to this point. Then I repeat the same thing from here, same thing from this point to here, join it up here, and then I have same thing here, and then there should be an opening here to this kitchen yard. So I'll place a wall there all across this point. Then I will have another wall here going upward, another one here coming this way. Then I snap to this point, I join here, then I snap to this point, join here. So it's a continuous drawing until you get what you want. So I come all the way here, all the way here, then I drag to all the way there. So basically this is how we trace the footprint from an image. This brings us to the end of today's class, and next we will now look at how to position these walls precisely and then start creating openings in windows.